The base model price of the Kia EV3, which does compete with this, is 47,000 Australian dollars, about 30,000 US dollars. But the base model price of the Galaxy EX5, which is a much bigger car, is 40,000. It's $7,000 cheaper than Kia's EV3. And that means that with both of these companies releasing their prices on the same day, the timing really couldn't have been any worse for Kia. Geely, the world's fastest growing car company last year, they grew at about 100% growth rate versus the previous year, and also the owner of Volvo, Polestar, Zeekr, Lynk & Co, and a number of other brands are launching here in Australia. Now, I've been hearing there's going to be an electric pickup truck and electric ute coming probably by the end of this year as well. But this incredibly impressive car is coming first. Geely have just released an insane, I'm kind of looking at this news thinking to myself, is this even real? Geely's new EX5, which is bigger than a BYD 803. And when I say bigger, I mean it's significantly bigger. It's actually about 10% bigger. Its pricing, we thought we knew the price here in Australia. We know that in China, this is one of the best selling electric cars in China. It's very, very well priced in China. It's about 14,000 US dollars, the cheapest version anyway. But here in Australia, we thought we knew the prices. Those were revealed about a couple of weeks ago. And I was thinking to myself, these prices are amazing, really amazing. And now Geely's come out and said, actually, no, that wasn't the price. This is the price. My brain is fried. I'm thinking to myself, these prices are incredible. I mean, BYD is going to have to react to this. They have no choice. They will have to react because otherwise Geely, the new EX5 is going to, well, to be honest, this car should smash the Toyota RAV4 because it's cheaper than a RAV4 and it's much more premium. It's a much better vehicle in so many ways. I've been in one of these cars, sat in one of them, raced it around a racetrack. I've sat in one of these in peak hour traffic. I've sat in one of these cars for hours driving through the countryside. I can tell you right now, this is a premium car at a very, very non-premium price. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. If you'd like to become a YouTube member, that would be awesome. And you'd be obviously supporting myself. And the main point of this channel is to try and move the world to electrification quicker. No matter what it is, I think we can do that. And that is happening this year. Very exclusive event here in Newcastle. Saturday, the 15th of March from 3 to 5 p.m. I'll be speaking here with just a couple of other speakers. Very small event. So you can meet me in person. You can actually have a look at my EV as well, the Xpeng G6. Test that out. I'll put a link in the description below to the event. I believe that the tickets will probably sell out very, very quickly. So if you're from Sydney, from Brisbane, from Newcastle, make sure you click on that link as quickly as possible to get in. I think there's only around 30 tickets left at this point in time. I'll put that link in the description and I'll see you there. The Geely EX5 here in Australia, and I'm going to guess in other markets as well. Remember, there is right-hand drive markets like Thailand, the UK, Malaysia, Japan, many car markets around the world, the right-hand drive that this car is coming to. It's also coming to left-hand drive. I believe this car is going to be sold in Europe within the next 6 months as well. The price here in Australia for the entry-level model is $40,990 for you guys in the United States. That's around 24,000 US dollars. That's without any incentives. That's just the price straight up. So Americans, I've got to say, this is the kind of thing you're missing out on because you're blocking Chinese cars. Now, I understand why you're blocking them. I totally get it. But unfortunately, it means you're going to miss out on so many good cars like this at what I think is just world-beating prices. When I say world-beating, I mean the BYD 803, it's a nice car. It just got an upgrade. There's a newer version that's going to be out very pretty soon. This is better though. And when I say it's better, it's bigger, it's more premium, it's got a nicer interior. I don't know what else I can say other than that, but I can tell you this, it's $2,500 or less than what we previously thought it was going to be. So that means it's $1,000 more expensive than BYD's 803 Essential, but the 803 Essential, I don't know many people would want that. It's pretty bare bones, pretty basic. It's obviously much cheaper than its rivals. I honestly am pretty surprised by this pricing. I did do a video saying when the price websites like Car Expert were saying, oh, the price is going to be about the same as a Tesla Model Y. And I put out a video saying, if that's the case, that's a big mistake. It's not going to sell at that price level. It'll be too expensive. Geely clearly were never intending to sell at that price. Honestly, I think some of these websites just make this stuff up to make a story. They don't have any idea what they're talking about. They just make it up. So that price clearly was never Geely's intention. And actually, apparently, deliveries of the EX5 start tomorrow. All EX5s sold before the end of April will get 3 years of free servicing, 1 year of free public charging, free premium paint, and a free home charger. Plus, you can get an incredible comparison rate. If you want to get a loan through Geely, 3.9% comparison rate. But honestly, free servicing for 3 years, 1 year of free public charging, free premium paint, a free home charger, and a 3.9% comparison rate if you wanted to buy one through Geely's finance. This is one of the best electric car deals in the history of mankind. Outside of China, let's just exclude China from the equation. Outside of China, this is one of the best car deals that I've ever seen. Drivetrains and efficiency. Well, actually, guys, before I get to it, today, Kia released the new EV3, right? The EV3 is significantly smaller than the Geely EX5. It's significantly smaller and it's significantly less equipped and it's significantly more expensive. I mean, I don't know if Kia is going to sell many of the new EV3, and honestly, they will sell them to Kia fans. But if you're impartial and you're just purely objective and you just want to get the best deal for an electric car, there's no way in hell you'd buy a Kia EV3 versus this. Don't get me wrong, the EV3 is actually a really good car. This is just a much, much better deal. That's simply a fact. In fact, when I say much better, it's stupendously better deal. Keep in mind, guys, I don't get paid from Geely. I get nothing from Geely. They haven't given me a car. They haven't given me anything. I'm just telling you the truth as it is. EX5 has a 160 kilowatt front motor. Basically the same as the Atto 3, the same as the Kia EV3. So 160 kilowatt, 320 newton meters. It's got plenty of power, but it doesn't really hit you like a surge. When I drove it on the racetrack, it doesn't have that real punch. It's more of a linear power delivery. That said, the base model does 0 to 100 in 6.9 seconds. So it's definitely got plenty of speed. It has a 60.2 kilowatt hour lithium iron phosphate short blade battery. So if you're comparing batteries in the BYD Atto 3 or the Kia EV3 or this has the best lithium iron phosphate battery. It's got a higher energy density than BYD's blade battery. Technically, it can charge much quicker. Now, yes, it's true the BYD Atto 3 has similar charging speed, but it doesn't really in the real world. The reason for that is the short blade battery. It's about half the battery actual, the blades themselves are about half the width. So the new BYD blade battery, the version 2, it's going to be the same as this Geely battery. When I say the same, it's going to have the same design. BYD are going down the same route for the new blade battery, which is not in the new BYD Atto 3. It's not in any current BYD cars you can buy in Australia or will be up to within the next 6 months. But it will have the short blades that Geely have. And the reason is much, much, much faster charging. Even though Geely have capped the charging speed at 100 kilowatt, it's still actually really fast and can charge faster than a Tesla when you're talking about going from 30 to 80%. Well, actually, it's a similar speed to a Tesla. So 30 to 80% takes around 22 minutes in the EX5. In an Atto 3, it takes over 30, even though the DC charging speed's about the same. So you can see because of that short blade battery, the charging speed in the real world, it's much quicker. It hits its peak charge and it stays at peak charge for a much longer period of time because of the way the batteries are manufactured and made. Short blade batteries, in my opinion, are the future of lithium iron phosphate batteries. So what else do we know about it? Well, the battery is 60.2 kilowatt hours. It'll give you around 430 kilometers of range. There's 2 models, which is what I love about this. A lot less confusing than some other cars. Some other car brands, they come out with a new model and they're like, well, you've got this size battery, you've got that size battery, you've got 4 different trim levels. So then there's so many options, you don't know which one to buy. I saw the Kia EV3 press release today, and honestly, I thought to myself, which one, if I was going to buy this car, which one would I buy? I couldn't make up my mind. I was like, there's 5 models. Which of the 5? I don't know. But with this Geely EX5, for me, it's pretty simple. I think the premium version of this car is the model that I would go for. Now, before I get to that though, one other thing worth mentioning is this is a very efficient electric car. Its efficiency, its energy consumption is 15.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers for the standard version, and the premium version is 16.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So very good efficiency. And one of the reasons from that is Geely's so-called 11-in-1 drivetrain. There's a lot of marketing speak, to be honest, but the truth is what it comes down to is similar to Tesla-like efficiency. So very good efficiency from this car, meaning you probably really will get closer to that 430 kilometers of range in the real world from this battery versus some of Geely's rivals. Vehicle to load, it does have it. It's got a capacity of 3.3 kilowatt. Vehicle to vehicle, capacity of 6 kilowatt. That's something that's not often mentioned, vehicle to vehicle. So if you've got another electric car, if you see someone on the road who's broken down, you can give them a 6 kilowatt charge, 6 kilowatt boost to their car. That's really fast for vehicle to vehicle. That's a really interesting feature that they have. Vehicle to load, you want to make sure your electric car has vehicle to load. Unfortunately, Teslas still don't have this. But during the recent floods here in Australia, thousands of electric car owners use their cars to power their homes using vehicle to load. So you don't have to have vehicle to grid to send power to your fridge and to your washing machine. If you need to wash your clothes, to your TV, you can use vehicle to load as well. Dimensions, it's 4,615 millimeters long. So you can see here, about 10% smaller than a Tesla Model Y, about 10% bigger than a BYD Atto 3, just to give you some context. In terms of boot space, it's been inaccurately reported by mainstream media that the boot space was 302 liters. That was inaccurate. I was going to make a video debunking those claims, but I thought, to be honest, there wouldn't be enough interest in it. The truth is the boot space room is 410 liters, unless you fully recline the rear seats, which, to be honest, I don't know why you'd need to. I sat in the back. I'm about 6 foot. And I had so much knee room, I don't know, I could have put in a tray table or laptop, or the rear seat it's huge amount of space. It's just, you wouldn't need any more. So you can recline those seats, and then you've got 302 liters of space, but you definitely do not need to. So real world boot space is not huge, 410 liters, but the rear seat space is absolutely massive. It's surprisingly large. And to give you some context here, the actual space from the back of the car to the driver's seats, so, when you have the rear seat folded down, that space is 1,877 liters, meaning that is actually 100 liters bigger than a Toyota RAV4. So the interior of this car is bigger, actually quite significantly, than a Toyota RAV4. You can see my point here. It's a more premium car on the inside. It's got a pretty damn impressive battery pack. It's got the ability to charge other electric cars, ability to charge things in your house. And it's, like I said, it's cheaper than a Toyota RAV4. I think it's quite an amazing deal. And it really does also prove the point that people have been saying, which is electric cars that are not, in many segments, actually cheaper in some cases than internal combustion, which is, it's certainly cheaper than plug-in hybrids anyway. Servicing and warranty. The EX5 gets a 7-year unlimited kilometer warranty and an 8-year unlimited kilometer battery warranty. So not quite as good of a warranty as the Xpeng G6, which has a 10-year warranty and a 10-year battery warranty, but it's second in the industry. I think it's second, right? Unlimited kilometer vehicle warranty, 7 years. So you could drive 1 million kilometers and it'd still be under warranty. And an 8-year unlimited kilometer battery warranty. So that's really telling you, Geely, saying, you know what, these batteries, these short blade batteries, these Aegis short blade batteries, are called Aegis, AEGIS. They are some of the best batteries probably ever made, and we're fully confident in them. That's why we're going to give you an unlimited kilometer warranty. Safety hasn't been crash tested yet, but it did get 5 stars in China. And the Chinese crash testing is the same as Europe's, which is the same as Australia. So it did get 5 stars. In other words, it's 5 stars. Here are the features that it comes standard with: adaptive cruise control, autonomous emergency braking, front and rear, blind spot monitoring, driver fatigue monitoring, evasive maneuver assist, lane keep assist, emergency lane keep assist, multi-collision braking, occupant detection alert, safe exit warning, rear parking sensors, surround view camera with 3D view. That's an issue. Kia's EV3 doesn't get that unless you buy the most expensive model, which is, I believe, $65,000 around about there. It's about $25,000 more expensive than this. traffic sign recognition, front side curtain and front center airbags. The Inspire version, it gets front parking sensors. So if you pay a few $1,000s more, it's $45,000 Australian for the Inspire version. That gets front parking sensors and it gets bigger wheels. There's two trim levels though, right? There is the Complete, that's the cheaper version. That comes with 18-inch wheels. The Kia EV3 gets 17-inch wheels. And then there's the Inspire. The Inspire comes with 19-inch wheels, thus it has less range. It has 20 kilometers less range because the wheels are 1 inch bigger. But the Inspire does get some extra features, including a panoramic sunroof with power sunshade, not only bigger wheels, but wider wheels, which will give you better grip in the wet. Gets a power tailgate, 13.4-inch heads-up display, ventilated front seats. I mean, amazing deal at this price. Front seat massage function with 6 modes. Driver's seat and exterior mirror memory. Power leg rest for front passenger seat. That's a pretty cool feature. If you're in the passenger side and you're going on a long trip, you can just lay back and have a proper sleep. 16-speaker 1,000-watt sound system and 256 color dynamic ambient lighting. So it's $4,000 more for the premium version, and I think it's absolutely worth paying considering what you're getting. Getting that heads-up display, the sunroof, the wider tires. I think that's a good feature. Ventilated front seats, front seat massage function, 16-speaker 1,000-watt premium audio system, power leg rest. That's a pretty good deal, I think, and that would be my pick. Even though the base model is incredibly good value for money. If you're looking for a really good value for money car and price is your main thing that you think about, go for the base model. Now, what does the standard model get? Well, I'm going to read out the features. So here they are: tire pressure monitoring, tire repair kit, automatic LED headlights, automatic high beam, active grille shutter, privacy glass. Privacy glass is very important. You want that to prevent your getting blinded by other lights. Active grille shutter, privacy glass, heated power folding exterior mirrors, rain sensing wipers, a heat pump. So heat pump, that's one of the reasons the efficiency is better than some of its rivals. Some rival cars don't have heat pumps. Vehicle to load functionality, keyless entry and start, 10.2-inch digital instrument cluster, 15.4-inch touchscreen infotainment system, sat nav, Geely connected services, which include voice assistant, 4G network connection, over-the-air updates, Geely application store, online media streaming, and remote vehicle functions. In addition, it has a 6-speaker sound system, 15-watt wireless phone charger, 6-way power driver's seat, fully reclining, 4-way power passenger seat, fully reclining, heated front seats, seat position memory, tilt and telescopic steering wheel adjustment, flat folding reclining rear seats, customizable drive modes, second row storage drawer. As you can see, it comes in a range of 5 different colors, which include Arctic white, shadow black, volcanic gray, moonlit silver, and aquatic green. As I said before, this is an amazing deal. But what do you guys think? How do you feel about this car? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments.